All right, welcome to my channel. Happy Sunday. I'm happy to join you guys again. Super excited. Please like, subscribe. There'll be some other content kind of related to what's going to be discussed here in today's edition. Um, so, without further ado, um, so I'm getting a lot of these questions lately, and so I decided to, okay, let's do a quick, podcast on what are the top questions that, clients or individual prospects, home buyers are asking right now in 2025 due to the current market, the home buying climate, so to speak. Now every state's a little bit different. Some states right now, like Florida, Texas, California, buyers have a little bit more of an advantage, especially in Florida right now. Um, so the future of home buying right now, it's bright. I'm very optimistic to see where this industry is going to be going over the next year or two. There's a lot of or should I say, overlying conditions, market conditions that are kind of affected interest rates at the moment, with when it regards to tariffs and just a lot of uncertainty around jobs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So today I'm going to bring you some very, basic insight, no jargons, no fluffs. I'm going to answer some of the top questions that first-time homebuyers are buyers are asking right now. So let's break it all down. All right. No fluff, no financial degrees required. Okay. So one of the top questions I'm getting right now is, hey, Chance, uh, do I need 20% down in this market? And the quick answer is no. The longer answer is heck no. In 2025, you can get into the door or get the doors open with as little as 3% down. And some programs require 0% down. There are even 1% options. So there's a lot of low down payment options. There are some grant programs, within our local state here in Connecticut. We have CHAFA, there's time to own, where you can get $25,000 grant, or if you haven't lived in the state in 3 years, you can get either 4% or 15,000 in the form of a second mortgage to help to cover some of that, closing costs or down payment that's associated with purchasing a home. And you also get the benefits of good, really good rates, especially right now. Another question I get right now is, are home prices going to crash? I hear this one every single day. My crystal ball is at the repair shop, unfortunately. But most experts agree, no crash, just a more balanced market. Very balanced, as Trump would say. Very balanced. I like it. I love it. It's balanced. And you might be waiting for a while for prices and rent to keep, it's going to keep climbing. So let's make the move before the market does, and let's just get out there right now. And the bottom line is, if you can afford it, buy it, right? You always have an opportunity down the road to, refinance. For my clients, we look at strike rates. We set a strike rate for my clients, whether it's another year or 2 years. Once that triggers, I'm going to call them up and say, hey, it's time to pull the trigger. This is going to be beneficial to you, right? And let's save you some money. And we kind of move on, right? So it's all about managing that debt moving forward. And then another question I'm getting lately is, what credit scores do I need to qualify? This is where I bust another myth, right? You don't need an 800 credit score. In fact, some loan programs will go down to 580, 620. That said, the higher the score, the better the rate. So improving your credit is always a good idea. And I've got a few tips for you there too. No shame, just strategy that I've helped with help other buyers, you know, to we ran an analysis and showed them exactly what they needed to do to improve their scores. Some may be within a week, some it may take 6 months. You just have to put the work in when it comes to credit, and continue to pay things on time. Make sure you have at least 3 trade lines. That helps. All right, so next question that we get is how much home can I actually afford? And I've kind of answered this a little bit prior, right? So, forget sticker price for a second, right? It's about the monthly payment. We'll look at your income, your lifestyle, and yes, whether you still want to afford a taco, afford Taco Tuesday, it's not just what you can buy, it's what you can comfortably own, if that makes sense, right? All right. So next question is, what's step one? Well, the step one is getting pre-approved. It's like the VIP pass to home shopping. It tells you, tells seller that you're serious, and it gives you a real number to work with and not just guessing. I'll have, for example, I'll have potential prospects call me and say, "Hey, I want to buy this house at 500,000." Okay, let's get an application and get you pre. I don't want to go. I want to do that yet, but I just want pre-approval so I can go look at this house. Excuse me for a second. Hmm. And I'm like, the question here is, well, why? You need to know your numbers. I mean, why would you look at a house, take that chance, and then when you get there and you fall in love with it, your kids love it, the wife loves it, if you're married, if you're into that thing, sort of thing. Uh, but it's better to know prior than set yourself up for disappointment and failure, and also the kids, setting them up for failure as well. So keep that in mind. So it's best to, know your numbers, so you can prepare yourself best. Know where your payment's going to be, know how much cash you need to close, where you need cash to close, and assess each property individually, right? Because every property is going to come with different taxes, different insurance costs. So we kind of have to kind of put a plan together, and based on my history, experience, take a look at analyzing, what I potentially would think based on your credit scores, right? Where your potential insurance would be. And then also we're going to pull in the taxes that we see in the town, right? So we can give you a more accurate payment moving forward. And then you can go ahead and, put an offer in on that home if you so choose. And another question I get, of course, this goes back to, hey, can I afford this home now? Is this a good time to buy? And, is the market going to crash, right? Here's my honest answer, right? The best time is when you're ready. If you got, steady income, you're tired of renting, and you want to build wealth instead of paying someone else's mortgage, it might be your time. Let's chat. Let's find out, right? And it might not be your time. I'm honest with most of my clients to say, hey, listen, um, it might not be the right time. You may have to continue to rent based on what I'm seeing from your job history, how much income you have. It's like, yes, you're grossing 5,000 a month, but after Uncle Sam dips his hands in your pocket and rips out his 40%, right? Uh, hey, you're taking home 36, right? So if you're taking home 36 and you got a $2,600 mortgage payment, you're going to be house poor, right? Like I want to set my clients up for success. And I don't want you house poor. If I always try to tell my clients, hey, listen, if you're married or you have a significant other and you guys are going into this together, can you guys afford, if something goes wrong, can you both afford this home by yourself, right? Till the other party, right, in the relationship gets in a better position, whether they had a health issue, loss of job, et cetera, right? These are things that you really have to keep in mind when buying a home, and to be successful, a successful homeowner, right? That's just my take on things and my advice to my clients. And if you're thinking about buying your first home this year, you're already on the right path, right? So drop a question in the comment, hit the like button if you want more no BS home buying advice. Make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications. And thanks for watching. And remember, you don't need to have it all figured out. Just take a few steps, and I'll help you with the rest, right? I think there was a quote I heard recently, which was awesome quote. It says, um, oh my gosh, my Alzheimer's is kicking in, right? But it was about taking that first step, even if you can't see the staircase, right? I think that was it. Yeah, just taking that first step, and getting qualified and know your numbers and just get out there and see what happened, put some offers in, and like I said, see you on the next one. Please reach out. I appreciate you for subscribing and continue to watch my podcast. All right, the 5 viewers that are watching, I appreciate that. All right, guys, happy Sunday, happy Memorial Day weekend, and God bless. Lock 'em and dock 'em, baby. Lock 'em and dock 'em.